now on step 22, 21, and then 22. And most of this involves the J sprue and the H sprue with some PE in it. Here's the J sprue. I need these two, J31 and J38. So we'll get those off. Adjust the camera here a little bit. Okay. There we go. Okay, so J31 and J38. There's those two pieces, J31 and J38. Then we need J27 and 28. J27 and 28. Okay, that's these two right here. Okay. Okay. We need H21. Okay. Let's find the H sprue. Here is the H sprue, and we're looking for H21, which is right here. Let's see, is there any other H pieces that we need? No, but there is a G7 that we need. Okay, let's find G7. Okay, G7 is this little box right here. Okay. There's those pieces right there from, this is all part of step 21. Okay. And then we need some PE parts. Okay. First what I'm going to do is glue these two parts together, J27 and 38 and 31 and 28. Okay. So this is J28 is going to go with J31. All right. J31, that's right here. And then this is J38. And which way does that go? Does it go this way? I think so. Yes. Okay, this part goes in right there. There we go. Now we're going to put 31 and, excuse me, J38 and J27 together. Let's try like this, and right like that. Oh, we still gotta get that off. Maybe sand that a little bit. How's that? There we go. Okay, so this is gonna go right there, just like that. Okay. There we go. That's those two. Alright, so those two are done. Now we take H21, which is this one. Give it a little bit of a sand. Get these attachment points cleaned up a bit. This part right here is, what part is this? Part number G7. And it's going to go on top of the superstructure up here in the front of the ship. Let me show you where that's going to go. Right there. Right there, this little box thing goes right there. But it's got to have a piece of Photo-Etch. Looks like a little Photo-Etch door that we're going to put on there. And then this piece is going to go right here. That needs a piece of Photo-Etch, a little Photo-Etch door also. Okay, so let's find those pieces of Photo-Etch that we need. And we'll attach those to the plastic parts, and then we'll glue them onto this upper part of the superstructure. So let me find those. Here is the D sprue of the Photo-Etch, and we need to find the parts on this 18, 14, 14 and 18. We want 2 14s and 2 18s. Okay. Let's find something to put this on to cut it, to snip it off. All right. Yeah, 2 14s. Okay, these are little doors. So, and then the 18s are also doors. 18s are a bigger door. 14s are a smaller door. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those, and we'll get those all set up. Okay, I got the Photo-Etch parts. Cut off the frets. This little door piece is going to go on this, approximately right there. And then a couple of doors are going to go on this. So what I will do is do is come back. There, the little Photo-Etch door is now on this piece, which will go up on the superstructure. Get up there. Thank you. Okay, and now this part, H21, gets one of these big doors on it, right here on the side. Put a little glue on there. Grab the tweezers, get the door, put it on there like so. There's the little door. Now, this also gets flip it around this way, and this is going to get right, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, right there. There's kind of a flat area on both ends. And we're going to put little doors right there, or whatever they are. So let's get some glue right there. All right. Grab one of these little door things, or whatever they are. Lay it on there like so. Okay, we got one more that goes right there. And I'll need a little bit more glue. Alright, put the other little door thingy on there. Okay, alright, there's this part. It has a door, big door on this side, and two little doors or something right on these corners. Okay, and then when that's ready to go, we will put all this on the top of the deck. Yeah, okay. So first though, let's put the camera back over here. Right there is the area we're working on. This little box is going to glue down right there. Okay, so let's glue that down first. There's that. Right here is where this thing's going to go. This is going to go right there. So let's put that down. Put just a little bit of glue on there, let it run around the sides. That goes right there. Okay. Then we need a couple of big pieces, J46 and J45. All right, let's find those. Okay, this sprue has the parts on it we need. This is the J sprue. So we'll cut these off, the sprue. J45. MJ46. Okay, we'll do a little sanding on these. Get rid of the little nubs that are on there. Okay, these things are going to go up here on top. Let's move the camera so that we can see excuse me, that spot where we're going to put these on. Get those out of the way. Swing this camera around right there. Right here. This is the spot we're going to work on next. This piece of tape's going to come off. It's covering a hole. Alright, these dealy bobs, they're decks actually, are going to go on here. This one goes here. Doesn't want to go down all the way, does it? Wonder why. There it goes. Has to snap down. Okay, let's put a little glue on this. That'll help to slide in the hole better. This Tamiya glue sort of temporarily acts like a lubricant and helps these pieces sometimes that are tight slide together really well. So let's line these up if we can. There we go. There. Snapped into place. That's just what we wanted. Perfect. There's that one. Now we got the next one to do. And it's going to be the same way. Tight, so we lubricate it up with the glue. Take it, line it up with the holes. There we go. Snapped into place. Yep, that's sitting down really nice. Okay, there's that. The next thing on there is to put these things on. And let's see, get these in the right position. These go right here somehow, like that. Yeah, just like that. There are no pins or holes, but I see that it just lines up like that. I'm going to do a little sanding on it so it sits down a little bit better. There's a little, on the bottom side of this, there's a little ledge, or lip, if you want to call it that, right there where my finger is. And that kind of hangs over the back of this thing, so that way it helps it to line up properly. So we got that lined up. So now that it's lined up, I'm just going to take a little bit of the Tamiya thin and let it run by capillary action right along there, right along there, and a little bit right there. Okay, so that thing is now in place. This one's going to go right here, so let's give that a little bit of a sand. that one in place. You can see on the back side how this lip hangs down right there in that kind of like a slot there, you might say. Okay. That slips right into that slot like so. Get a little glue. Capillary action. There we go. Give it a little bit of a... Don't press it that hard. See how that glue works like a lubricant. Made it slide right off. Okay. Now we got that in place. Okay, we're good. Ooh, that was close. Thought I was going to lose it. Okay, that is step 21 done. And we've begun step 22. We have a few more parts to put on top. Let's get the camera where we're going to work next. Right there. This is going to, let's see, this is next to work on in step 22. So we're going to get some parts off the L sprue, the H sprue, the G sprue, and the F sprue. Alright, so turn the camera off while I find that. Okay, so these are the parts that I just cut off from the sprues, and they get built up just like this. So I'm going to go ahead and put them together with glue as they sit in place. So here we are at this point where we have finished steps 21 and 22. And that is this part, these parts, this part, these parts, and these parts here. There are a few smaller Photo-Etch parts that look to be doors that went on there. And oh yeah, and there's doors right there on this side too. So yeah, steps 21 and 22 are now finished. Let's move on. Okay, so I'm on step 20. Step 20 is putting together a bunch of life rafts and putting them on the deck, putting together some gun directors into their tubs and putting them on the deck, and then let's see, what else are we going to do on this step 20? We're going to put down some ammo boxes and some deck guns. That's basically what step 20 is, and all that's going to be done on this top part of this deck here. So I'm going to find all the parts that we need, and we'll start putting these pieces on here. Okay. Yeah, the good thing about finishing or working on step 20 and step 20, as I said, is putting together all these life rafts. There's a pile of the life rafts we're going to need to put together. Nice thing about it is that all the sprues that had the letter N on them are now used up. There's a whole pile of them here. Those are all done. So that's several sprues I don't have to try and fit back in the parts box or deal with anymore. So anyway, just a little side note there. We are going to now start putting these life rafts together and putting them on the deck. All right, step 21 and 22 are done. Also, I have done most of step 20. Life rafts, ammo boxes, deck guns, more deck guns. Okay, then let's see, what do we got next year? On step 24, I've started on that, and it's going to involve building step 23 and 24. 23 is building this huge piece for the superstructure. Then we step over here to 24, and we place that subassembly down, add some platforms, some gun tubs. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this step here. I am now working on step 23 and 24. 23, I haven't really started on that one yet. It involves some pretty big sized pieces, the superstructure. What I have done is started on step 24, and step 24 is putting some deck gun platforms in a couple different places, and some gun tubs in a few places. Let me see if I can show you. Not sure exactly where the camera's even pointing at right now. Let's see. Okay. Let's bring it over this way. Yeah, there we go. You can see some of the gun platforms I've built and have added the deck guns to them. Right here's one, and right here's another. These are the 20 millimeter Orlican guns. Yeah. Okay. And that's on both sides, here and here. Then, swing it around this way. Right there, I attach these gun tubs right here and these deck guns right there. There's lots of life rafts I've been putting on. Places where ammo boxes go. I've placed the main batteries on. This is the one for the stern. And then bow, I have those two set on the deck. They're not glued, they're just in place. They're kind of a tight fit, so they should be just fine the way they are. There's a little piece of Photo-Etch right there I put on that I still have to paint. Let's see. So that's where I'm at. So now I'm going to work on some parts that are going to go right in this section where this tape is. There's a hole right there. There's some parts that are going to go there. I'll bring up here and show you the instructions. There's the instructions, and okay, come on now. Get up there. There we go. Now it's moving. Okay. You can see right here these parts and these parts are what I'm going to work on next right there. There's the two platforms I just put on. This is the big piece I was talking about that is on the same page of instructions, which is part 23 right here. That's this part right here. There's 1, 2, 3 main pieces that make up this section right here, and that's going to go down onto this. I'll show you on the model. That's going to go right here when I get that all put together. So I'm going to work on all that stuff on step 23 and 24, and I'll come back when I get those parts pretty much done. Okay. Here is this is step 23, the main parts of step 23. These are dry fitted together. I just wanted to make sure they all fit. They look like they do. I had to do a little cleanup where the sprue's attached to them. But on this part here, there is going to be some Photo-Etch attached. I think these are supposed to be like windows. So there's probably some sort of Photo-Etch framework or something. If you look at the instructions, you can see right there, they look like windows to me. But that's the part right there I'm working on. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these three main pieces together. These three pieces right here, and then I'll attach the Photo-Etch to them. So let's get that camera adjusted a little bit. So all I'm going to do is I've already dry fit these things together and they fit really well. So what I will do is just kind of hold it together like this. Take the thin, to me a thin, and just let the capillary action run along and cement these pieces together like that. Put a little bit on this part right there. Put this on like so. We'll glue right there. That should be all we need to hold that all together. Maybe a touch right here. There we go. Okay. And kind of squeeze it for a little bit so everything's making really good contact like that. And that looks pretty good. There's a little cleanup I have to do right there and in the very back right here. A couple of attachment points from the sprues. We'll just clean those up real easily. Okay, so we squeeze this together. It looks like it's cemented together really well. So there, that is step 23, except for the Photo-Etch right here. So I'm going to go ahead and find that Photo-Etch right now and put it on there. Okay, I found the Photo-Etch fret marked G, and right here where my finger is, these are the pieces that go on the step 23 part. Come on, focus, there you go. They do look like window frames or something. So, yeah, there they are. And so I'm going to cut all those out, and using super glue, I will go ahead and attach all those. There's the Photo-Etch on it. They are basically, they look the same as these molded on viewing ports, or I wouldn't call them windows, I guess. I'm not sure why they didn't just go ahead and mold these on also, you know, the Photo-Etch parts, because they are basically like duplicates of it, only kind of a different size. Anyhow, that's that. Right now I'm working on this little side assembly that is part of step 24. So this stuff right there, these are some kind of side panels that are going to go on, and they look like big exhaust pipes or breathing tubes or something. And that's what I'm working on right now. You can see they're right here, and I'm going to glue all these little pieces on. Now the thing to watch out for when you're building these is these two pieces right here that stick up. I've hit those a couple times with my finger and almost broke them off. Pretty thin. So this is going to glue on there, and then there's a couple other that go on there. Same for this side. So go ahead and get those glued on, then we'll come back. Here's one of the panels with the pipes glued on them. This is what they look like. And these are going to go up on top of the deck over here. I'm going to do the next one here, and we'll get those put in place as soon as I get them glued together. And here it is. I used Tamiya Panaline accent color on the deck inside there. But here it is with all the Photo-Etch windows on it. So this is ready to glue down now. It is now time to fit these walls inside here, and a dry fit shows me that they fit pretty good. So I'm going to put some glue on these surfaces, and we'll see about getting that in place. Just put a little on there, a little here. Slide that into place, like so. Put a little dab of glue right there. There. We'll let capillary action do the rest. That looks pretty good right there. All right, there's one done. This main superstructure part is now in place up top here. I started putting these walls on. I'm not going to work right here. There's some little platforms that go right there. So I'll find those and put those on. Let's see. In step 23 and 24, where I put this part together and laid it down here, there are a couple parts that go on right here. There's a plastic one that goes right here with a door and some windows, and then some PE part goes along here that has windows on it. I'm going to get out that PE part before I glue this part on, because I'm going to see how this fits first before I glue this on, because it looks to me like there's going to be a gap right here, and I don't want a gap right there. So let's get the PE part out and see what happens. Well, here's this part with the Photo-Etch on it, forming these windows. There's a plastic part with windows and a door that went in there also. This is all part of the same step I've been working on. I have been starting to paint these gas cylinders, these welding cylinders or whatever they are. From what I understand, I think these were mostly just colored green or green and yellow or something like that. So I'm just giving them a light coat of green. So I'm at the point here where I'm going to have to turn this model around so that the stern is where the bow is, so I can work on the other side of the superstructure, putting all these same parts on. Maybe before I do that, I'll finish painting all these cylinders. All right, let's move on. So, you know, I got this painted, and I've done the best I can with it. Just didn't fit all that well. These two parts, the plastic and the Photo-Etch, they didn't line up very well. They didn't come together very well. Hopefully, when I get more parts on top of all this, it'll hide a lot of it. So, I'm going to move on and turn this ship around and start working on the other side. As you can see, I started painting these gas cylinders. These down here I've painted green, and these up here I'm going to paint red. For no particular reason. I just think that's just what I'm going to do. I don't know how accurate that is, but anyway. So I'm going to do that. I have these little deck platforms on with the deck guns. I have those on both sides. I got these deck guns put on their little platform and stuff. So Superstructure starting to come along. Anyway, I'm going to get to painting these cylinders. Here is where we are at now on the build. I have finished step 19. I have finished step 20. I have finished step 21, 22, 23, and 24. I painted some of these gas cylinders red and green. Been doing a little weathering on the deck. But yeah, here we are through step 24 done. So, when we get to step 25 and 26, we are going to be adding more stuff. Let me bring it up here, I'll show you. More of these gun directors, more deck guns, more gun director tubs. Looks like a few pieces of Photo-Etch here and there. And that's going to be next.